YouTube, what's up? Day one of the NFL draft has just wrapped up. It was an exciting one, a lot of shockers, very surprising picks, a lot of good steals, mainly because teams drafting off pure need. But this video will cover winners and losers. Was gonna do three winners, three losers. Got a couple honorable mentions for winners. And tomorrow afternoon, before day two of the draft, I will have a video grading each first round draft pick. So that video will give you a better idea on if I thought pick was good, bad, or in the middle. But some winners and losers, starting with some honorable mentions. Bucks taking O.J. Howard, somewhat of a steal. He slid down the draft board a little bit. Was that because team drafting were drafting needs, or was that because the value of the tight end maybe? Supposed to be one of the best tight end prospects of all time. So good pick there by the Bucks. I was very surprised the Bucks didn't go Dalvin Cook though. Can't believe Dalvin Cook is still on the board, my number 9 player. But on to the next honorable mention team, Redskins taking Jonathan Allen. Maybe his injury was more of a concern than we thought, but still a great pick. Same with Hooker going to the Colts. Maybe his injury is more of a concern. I think it's more along the lines teams were drafting off needs, and maybe safety wasn't that value to them. But Hooker was my number 4 player, and the Colts got him 15th, so great pick. Eagles taking Derek Barnett, my number 5 player. Eagles getting him. Picks like Hooker, Barnett, can't believe they're not my top 3, but these top 3 picks were just great in my opinion. My number 3 winner of day one is the Houston Texans taking Deshaun Watson, my number 1 quarterback. The reason this isn't better than 3 is because they did have to trade a little bit to get up there, but they take the number 1 quarterback. Texans were really a quarterback away from being a much better team, or were already a playoff team. Imagine Deshaun Watson as their quarterback last year, what they would have done. Didn't expect anything like crazy, but they would have been better. So great pick, great move. It should pay off for them in the future. My second biggest winner is the New York Jets taking Jamal Adams. You guys know how much I like Jamal Adams if you watch my past videos. My number 2 player in the draft, and it was pretty much a lock. He was closer to being my number 1 player in the draft than being 3. That's how much I like Jamal Adams. I really thought for sure he was going 2 to the Niners or 3 to the Bears. He ends up dropping to the Jets. Excellent pick, excellent steal. He's going to be a good player for a long time. And my number 1 winner for the first day of the draft is the San Francisco 49ers. They traded back just one spot, gained quite a bit of picks, good picks too, third and fourth rounders, and a next year pick. Took Solomon Thomas, which, I mean, it wouldn't be an A plus pick for me. He was my number 8 player on my board. They took him 3, but they did gain picks. But what makes it special is they add Foster as well. Reuben Foster late in the first round. They trade back in, and Foster was actually my number 6 player, I believe, on my big board. And so they get 6 later in the first round, and my number 8 earlier in the first round. But just adding both those guys, instant impact on the defense. They're building that defense, and the main thing here is they gain picks while doing it, and they have 2 instant starters. But you look at a team like the Browns, why didn't they make the cut? They got three players in the first round, which good draft. You did get 3 players in this first round that can make an instant impact. But Peppers I thought was more of a second rounder, especially with the diluted sample at the combine. And David Njoku was a great pick, good value pick. So the Browns could be mentioned as well. And the Raiders taking Garyon Conley, I do want to bring that up. That's kind of to be determined. If everything clears out checks out, then that is definitely a winner. So good job for those teams. Now on to the losers. I hate doing losers. I hate just hating on some teams here. I'm not gonna go really top 3. I'm kind of gonna hate on one team. That's really what I'm gonna do. It's not gonna be fun, but honorable mentions. The Giants taking Engram. I don't know if I want to say it's a big time loser. I just don't like they took Engram over Njoku. But Engram with that offense with Odell and what they got over there is a big mismatch problem. So he's gonna be good there. It's gonna work there. So I don't want to really call it a loser, but I just wanted to mention it because I like Njoku over Engram. Another one that Saints got a great offensive lineman in Ramczyk. Would be the best offensive lineman in the draft easily if it wasn't for his past injuries. But I thought they were going to go defense. They had an opportunity to go with a great defensive player here. They had a couple to choose from. They did with their first pick, got Latimer. It was a solid pick. Expected him to go earlier. They could have went Kaiser, I thought as well, but they went with an offensive lineman. But not, I wouldn't really call him a loser. Just thought I would mention that one as well. Um, really just two losers, I would say. Hate saying that, but so number two is the Pittsburgh Steelers taking T.J. Watt. I'm not a big fan of T.J. Watt. He has potential, can be good, but very raw, needs a lot of work. And I mean, I guess it's a perfect place for him to go to a team that develops linebackers very well. But I thought there was better players there, and I didn't think he was a first round talent. But the loser of day one is going to go to the Chicago Bears, taking Mitchell Trubisky too. But it's not really them taking Trubisky too. I mean, he was my 30th player in the draft, so I guess you can consider that. But really just trading up one spot and giving up picks. And if you watch my past videos, you know that I said the Bears were the number one team that needed to trade back and gain more picks, and I really thought they were going to trade back or take Jamal Adams, and they did the complete opposite of that. So really, really confusing. And they paid Mike Glennon all this money, and they get Trubisky. You trade up to two and take Trubisky that high, you would think he'd be the starter. So who knows what's going to happen there? Questionable decision. Maybe they trade back in the second round, gain their picks back. That would be good. Solid football players left in the second round for these teams like that. So can't wait. Stay tuned for the grades video tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be much better than this video, much more informing. And we'll talk about best available for day two. Can't wait. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Goodbye.